Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways Johnson. I'm here to give my this is the first time on my channel giving a movie review. So I'm giving my movie review on Bad Boys 4 Ride or Die. Let me tell y'all, let me say one word, rather one name. Reggie. Mother Reggie. I'm gonna get to him later because he was doing the thing. Yeah, so I went to go see Bad Boys for Saturday with my kids. Um they are 19 and 12. So, um, and let's just say I was blown out the water with this movie. When I first heard about Bad Boys 4, they coming out with one. I'm like, how could I'm going to support it, but how good can it be? But as I was looking on social media, I constantly um seen Will and Martin in my feed like promoting this movie and over here, over there, do screenings and people feedbacks of the movie, and they using content creators promoting it as well, and I keep hearing positive things about it. I'm like, okay. It kind of like as I was seeing that do my time feed, it did kind of hype me up because it's like another one. Because let's be honest, like a franchise, really, like when you get to the fourth one, it's like okay, it's just like the Fast and the Furious. As time went on, the franchise kept getting ridiculous, ridiculous, and ridiculous. But this time go around, um, this was good to be a fourth one. It was really good. It went above my expectations. Like I went with low expectations, and it blew me out the water. Like when I left the movie theaters, I left hype. I'm not gonna hold you. I left hype. So yeah. So this installment, this one, the fourth one is the director and written by the same who did the third one. So it was a lot of it was a lot of action, and I love the camera work. It was different. It was giving. I don't know if y'all saw the Roadhouse, the new version that was on Prime. It's kind of giving that kind of a camera work. Um, was like you is up close on the character and it's like going back and forth between their face, them moving, and they target or what have you in the room. It was good camera work. I admit that. So this installment we see Will character Mike Lowry um getting married. I'm like about time, and he settled down with his therapist. His therapist, y'all. So that was a shock, and it was like about time moment for me. Um, they still have a good relationship. They still on the force. They still working on the force. Um, so Mike get married finally, and then during his wedding reception, Marcus, played by Martin Lawrence, is like he has some health issues. I think like a heart attack or something, and then I guess as he was in limbo, he see Captain. He saw Cap, and Cap said something, gave him a message, and then he woke back up out of the heart attack or what have you, and he came back on some spiritual stuff. So it was nice seeing Mr. Worry Marcus come back more spiritual and more loose because Marcus was the partner that was always uptight and like scary. It was nice to see that up until the end of the movie. So, um, what else happened? They got married. Then Marcus came on some spiritual stuff. So, we also see Cap. Um, his character left a video recording, a couple of video recordings actually, of some message of like some under I guess he was doing some undercover work or trying to see who was dirty in their house because it was like some dirty cops in their house. It was some underhanded stuff going on, and he left a message. Said, "If you see this message, I mean, I didn't make it, or what have you." And it was nice to see the Cap back, played by Joe Batoniano. I think that's how you say his last name. But it was nice to see him back on the screen, but on the phone recording. Um, then we see who's our antagonist. The antagonist is not Mike Larry's son, because you know Mike Larry's son got locked up last time. So, um, Eric Dane, Dr. Maydreamy, you know him from Grey's Anatomy, I believe. It was nice seeing him. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you, fine for a white guy, like white fine. Yes, he still make dreamy. But he was the antagonist in this installment. Um, framing Cap and later on Mike and Marcus. Um, it was some had to do with the cartel as well. Some had to do with the cartel. They put it on Cap. Cap made a video for Mike and Marcus to, figure out what happened. And he left all his evidence he had, collected it over the years. And this was something that happened way back. They said since Bad Boys 2. And mind you, that was one of my favorites out of the whole thing, Bad Boys 2, until I saw this. So they neck and neck now. So yeah, so I'm like 2000, that was like 2003. So it was something that happened all those years way back. Cap was, I guess, undercoverly trying to figure it out. So he gave it to Mike, and Marcus figured it out along the way with the help of the team from last time. Kelly, who was played by Vanessa Hodge, and that white man, Dorn, who played by Alexander. Um, so they was from the team from the last time. I mean, the last movie, and with the help of them, they was able to, figure it out. It was nice to see another old face, but they got taken out. Um, what's his name? John Sally character, Fletcher, with the glasses. Him and Martin always have some back and forth. Martin character, Marcus. Yeah, so it was nice seeing him. He had an art club, and then Cap left another clue. A QRS code was made into the art. It was very high tech, I could say the least. Getting this, solving this mystery of what Cap left. And once they found that out, then also the antagonist, the banker, him and his team, they was like always a step ahead due to it was somebody dirty in their house, in the Miami PD house, and that's how the banker was always a step ahead. Cause they had some technical things too. They was like some high tech hacking kind of stuff. So of course it's like there was a lot of shooting, explosions stuff going on as usual. It was still giving that feel of a Bad Boys movie. And so nobody couldn't identify this banker, right? Nobody could. They trying Mike and Marcus trying to figure out who this guy is. That is doing this stuff, putting it all on Cap. Um, the only person who they knew the cartel was about. So the only person who knew about the cartel was Mike's son, Armando. He's another cutie. He fine as hell too. I was like, dang, I ain't know how far he was until I saw him in this. I'm like, hmm, looking good. So Armando, yeah, Armando got involved. They tried to take him out in prison. They wasn't successful. The banker wasn't, and his crew wasn't successful trying to take out Armando because he was the only one that who I could identify. They he didn't know the name, but he got identified. So, because that's what he told his dad, Mike and Marcus, and someone saw that Mike and Marcus visited him. That's why he was trying to get. That's why they was trying to take him out. But eventually they didn't. And then Mike talked. I guess the person who was in charge, the lieutenant, whoever, um, to transfer his son to Miami prison. They tried that. He said, as long as you escort him, so they was on a plane. It was a lot going on, planes and boats, bombs, and all that good stuff. So it was pretty good. So it was a good movie. So they got the son. That's how the son became involved, Armando. Um, and then the banker had some way of twisting it all on, framing Mike and Marcus, and now the fugitive Armando. So that's how they became fugitives for a minute in the movie. And then we had some special guests. It's nice to see. Some places we saw Tiffany Haddish. She was being Tiff with a little extra. So she was being Tiff with the way she was talking and her lines and stuff, what have you. And we also saw DJ Khaled because he was in the last one. It was funny. And then we also see Cap daughters on the force as well. I forgot what's her position. But she's on the force. She's like, I guess, a Cap herself or a part of something like that. But I know she's like one of the head honchos. So she still feels some type of way about Armando, rightfully so, because he's the one that took out her father before Mike and Marcus knew that he was Mike's son, whatever. And he took out the Cap, and she knows she still holds the feelings. And her daughter is like in the middle of that. So um what else happened? It was good. So it was like, they just tried to, that night they was on the run, being a fugitive on the run. They're trying to clear their name by getting the banker, identifying the banker, trying to get Miami PD to identify the banker. It was good, a lot of action, running, stuff going on. And now to the best part. Reggie. Let's talk about Reggie. Okay, from a kid who only had like really 3 lines to none, really. And he really wasn't even in the last one until like the post credits end when Marcus' daughter had a baby, and he was there in his uniform because he's a Marine in the movie. So but this time he got more than 3 lines, okay? He was working them lines, and he did pretty good. So he when it was time to get into action, he got into action because the banker sent some people to Marcus and Mike's house to get his family. So Mike's house is his wife, and then Marcus is his wife and daughter and Reggie. So he's like he luckily Marcus had ring cameras in his house and stuff around his house, so he know who's pulling up and stuff. So because he was able to pull up his cameras, and he called Reggie. Luckily, it was not no ringer; it was on the vibrate. Reggie answered the phone. He got his orders, and he went to work. Okay, he went to work, and I can appreciate that. Like, give this man some more to do. After that, you could see Marcus respecting Reggie even more, and he was cheering him more. He like, what? Because he's a trained Marine, so he has some training with the pow pow and some moves. He was jumping across people's backs, stabbing behind them backs, flipping them over his head. It was all that good stuff, and hopping on countertops. It was like all that good stuff. He was able to hide the wife and his wife and Marcus' wife, his mother-in-law, into a closet while he went to work. So it was good seeing Reggie. So I gave Reggie the MVP because as a fan of Bad Boys, I did not see that coming. I did not know they was gonna put Reggie to use. So I think that made Marcus and Mike respect Reggie even more because from Bad Boys 2, they got him a hard time at the door for taking his daughter out on a date. So it was nice to see how far along they came, and they keep putting him in the movie, so that he got more to do in this one. So it was really good to see Reggie, the character Reggie, putting his Marine skills. So and then at the end of taking out the people, he salute to the camera. So he completed his mission, I guess you would say. Eventually they got the banker and the person who was the dirty person who was leaking. He was another higher up, and it was crazy. And then, of course, it was a lot of action, like I said, and then there was also some ridiculousness. There's always some ridiculousness when it comes to this Bad Boys franchise. One of the ridiculousness was with an animal. Like, Bad Boys 2, I think, what was some dead people and some fucking rats that was fucking. And this one it had an alligator named Duke. So that was another ridiculousness. And so Marcus got into some alligator named Duke. It was wild. It was like an alligator park or something that was closed down, and that's where the trade was trying to happen because Banker did eventually take Mike's wife along with Cap's granddaughter who happened to be visiting Mike's house. So they trying to get them back in one piece. The banker wanted to trade for Armando, but Mike like, hell no, you finna get no. It was tense, and there was a lot of action going on. So it was nice seeing. It was funny because Marcus is on this spiritual thing until he got into it with Duke, the alligator. So, and we see a breakdown of my character. Like, he's getting older, and then there's a lot of things that's at stake for him, like his family, which he didn't really have prior to from Bad Boys 1 and 2. He didn't really have much to care about for his family wise. And it was like a change in his characters, and we start see him start having panic attacks and stuff like that. Um, just the knowledge that he getting older and he cares. He got something to lose now, so I don't know. It's good. They got the bad guys. They got the banker. It's all good. Shout out to Reggie, the MVP, and I enjoy it. I get it out of a 20 out of 10. Um, so that's like really high for me. So like I said, Bad Boys 2 is my favorite. So after I saw this neck and neck, I mean after I came out the theater, I did want to go see it again. I am gonna see it again. I'm gonna take my mom to go see it tomorrow. So yeah, it was a dope movie, a dope installment to be a fourth. Ride or Die. If you have seen it, I hope you've seen it because I kind of spoiled it a little bit. Um, if you have, let me know what your thoughts of it. I enjoyed it, and it's rewatchable. Make me want to go see it again. So, and I am taking moms. So, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts below of Bad Boys 4, Ride or Die. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up.